as we just move out of the story coming in from the DGCA. This is with regards to what we reported just about 24 hours ago as far as the fuel switch defect that was reported from Air India Bengaluru London flight. DGCA, it seems, have now put out a statement in which I'm given to understand that there has been a response coming in. This is what the DGCA says before I go across to Harsha. In the statement, they are categorically pointing out that there has been no abnormal engine parameters, cautions, warnings or related system messages were observed. During engine start or at any time thereafter, the flight was completed without incident. Applied external force in an incorrect direction caused the switch to move easily from run to cutoff due to the angular base plate allowing slip when pressed improperly with finger or thumb. Now, just to simplify this, it now seems that the DGCA is saying that the fuel switch defect or the fuel switch that has essentially happened from run to cutoff has actually happened because of an error that was made by the pilot. Let me also bring in my colleague Harsha. Harsha, it seems a pure contradiction here. Air India, in its statement, had admitted that such a thing actually happened. DGCA now goes on to say that this has happened because the fuel switch was moved from run to cutoff by the pilot himself.
Yes, Shravan, you rightly pointed out, and just now I spoke to Mr. Siddiqui as well, who's a DGCA DG. He clearly told me that we are not trying to put the onus on the pilot. Rather, we are trying to tell everyone that there was no issue and there was unnecessary contact. If you read some words used in this DGCA statement, they clearly are stating, because pilot said that 2 times he tried. Kumar Gaurav was the pilot in command of the aircraft. He tried 2 times, but automatically the control switch went from run to cutoff. But here in the DGCA notice, they are clearly stating that in the third attempt, the switch latched correctly in the run.
You know what is surprising also, Harsha, I'm just sorry to interrupt you here, because from the statement, and I'm just quoting from the statement, they say both left and right switches were checked and they were found satisfactory with the locking tooth fully seated and not slipping from run to cutoff. When full force was applied parallel to the base plate, the switch remained secure. However, applying external force in an incorrect direction caused the switch to move easily from run to cutoff. So it seems there are 2 points. One, with regards to the lock, which prevents a move from run to cutoff. There too, it seems that there was a problem that has been reported on your screens right now. That's the exact paragraph that we are basically highlighting, where it seems that the DGCA in just about 24 hours has been able to come to a conclusion that it is an error that was being made, and that is the reason why when this report actually came in, it suggested that this was an error that was made by the pilot and has nothing to do with the aircraft itself. So far, no action has been taken by Air India as far as these Dreamliners are concerned. Remember, this is the same Dreamliner that met with an ill-fated accident in the month of June last year. As far as this flight is concerned, Harsha, anything that the airline is saying, is the airline once again defending the fact that there is no problem, despite the fact that there have been other federal agencies abroad who have basically raised this concern that there is a problem as far as this panel is concerned?
Shravan, Air India has been giving temperature response yesterday also and today as well. In fact, Boeing also stated that there is no mechanical or electrical issue in the Boeing aircraft. Air India yesterday came out with the temperature response that the checks were done. The Boeing aircraft Dreamliner was perfectly fine. There was no issue with the fuel control switch. Today they said it, and the DGCA observation also clearly states that there is an issue with pilot. That means that clearly tried to tell that there was incorrect positioning which was being tried to be made by the pilot. That means that pilot was untrained. Are they trying to put the onus on pilot by saying that he was not very well trained to handle the mechanism of the Boeing, that he was not well trained to be aware of the fuel control switch? Because if you see the logbook entry, Mr. Kumar Gaurav, the pilot in command, clearly stated that twice he tried, the switch was not being locked, and it was continuously slipping from run to cutoff. 2 attempts failed, and the observation says that third attempt was successful. In third attempt, it was unnecessary contact, while Kumar Gaurav in the logbook entry has never stated it. And yesterday when we spoke to several experts, they also stated that this was a very dangerous situation and the flight should have been AOG in London Heathrow only. But the flight came to Bangalore. It was AOG. And since morning, the Boeing inspections are being conducted. And today, Aviation Minister Ram Mohan Naidu in the Parliament also off record stated that the inspections are underway. There's no issue with the Boeing. The Boeing also gives a temperature response. There's no issue with the Dreamliner. And Air India has been giving temperature response since the AI-171 crash. So this time also, like the AI-171, a mindset is being tried to be flouted that this is pilot. This is not the Boeing mechanism. This is not the Boeing system. This is not the Boeing electrical failure or the engine issue in which the Boeing is not working fine. It's the pilot error. It's the pilot issue. Back to you.
Well, Harsha, thank you very much for getting us that big breaking news coming in. In fact, we're waiting for a statement to come in from Air India, because if you see the statement that was issued by the airline, there appears to be a clear contradiction on this entire issue. Coming up, the man of the moment, Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal, who would be addressing the media in a